Hey everybody, so lately I've been getting a lot of paperback editions of books coming to me from publishers for books that were out like a year or a year and a half ago that are now out in paperback. And that reminds me, hey, I have always wanted to read these. So I'm here to share with you a stack of 5 books that have come out in paperback that you are going to want to get your hands on. So let's get started. Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's Russell with Ink and Paper Blog. How are you all doing today? As always, I hope you're happy, I hope you're healthy, I hope you're safe, and of course, I hope you are reading an amazing book or 2 or 3 or 4. I'm here to talk paperbacks today. So sometimes, we forget that books have come out and we think, oh, I'm going to buy that one. And then we don't. And then it comes out in paperback. And it's a great reminder that we wanted to read those books. So today I'm here to talk about 5 books that are coming out in paperback that you can get your hands on. All books that I have been meaning to read and that I can't wait to tell you about. So get out your pen, get out your paper, get out your Goodreads, however you keep track of your TBR. If you are so able, please order these books from your local independent bookstore or go just pick them up. Because you know what? They are out there and you can get your hands on them. Or if you're a library user, always, the library will help us out digitally or in person nowadays. So go get your books however you do. So the first book is the one that actually I have started reading. I am 100 pages into When Women Were Dragons by Kelly Barnhill. The paperback is out from Anchor Books. How beautiful is this book? So this book centers around this event that occurred in 1955 called the Dragoning, when over 6,000 women across the United States turned into dragons and disappeared, okay? Our main character is a young girl when this happens, and her aunt is the one who turns into a dragon and disappears. This changes her whole family dynamic. Her mother and father refuse to acknowledge that the aunt ever existed. Her cousin is now her sister, and they are not allowed to talk about the fact that she is not her sister by real. And she starts to want to investigate why her aunt and why not her mother, and what does this all mean? What's really fascinating about this book is that it also sort of intersperses the political angle of the dragoning, where the government tried to cover it up. There's a doctor who's investigating it, and our main character starts to become an investigator also. You sort of figure that all out as it's going along. This book is about family. It's about it's about a lot of things, but there are some hilarious parts to it, like what some of the women do to their not so great husbands once they turn into dragons. You know what I mean, right? I'm really enjoying it. I am listening to it on audiobook as I read it as well. The audiobook is fantastic. So if that's your thing, but When Women Were Dragons by Kelly Barnhill is out now in paperback, and you can get your hands on it as we speak. Thank you, Anchor Books, for sending me this copy. Okay. The next book I am going to tell you about is out from Vintage, and that's gosh, I am having the Dele's Destiny by Tomi, Obaro. I was having a hard time on the cover reading that. I don't know why. It was just my eyes. See, this is the book. This is a story of 3 Nigerian women who met in college. They were friends. Their friendship has always been very complicated. But it's 30 years later, they're coming back together because one of their daughters is getting married. And it says, one of the women brings her American daughter, Remy. One of the women travels by bus, nervously leaving an ailing husband in the care of her son. And then the woman whose daughter is getting married is hosting the weekend with her wealthy husband, wants everything to go perfectly. But unfortunately, as the day approaches, things and secrets and pasts all come into play. So that's Dele's Destiny by Tomi, Obaro, and this is out from Vintage. This cover is so beautiful too. I just love it. They are really the cover game in the world of books. It's gotten so good. This book, I just was in love with the title when it came out, and I don't know why I never picked it up. So I was so happy when Vintage sent me Jennifer Close's Marrying the Ketchups. This is a family story, right? So we have the Sullivan family. They own this Oak Park institution called J.P. Sullivan's, and they have always been very good at ignoring things that are headed or not exactly what they want. So there are three main characters. Gretchen, she's the singer of this 90s cover band. She sort of hides her life behind hangovers and this insistence that she's really living the dream. We have Jane, who is the older sister. She believes her fitness-obsessed husband, that whenever he says he's working late, he's actually working late. And we all know, we've been around, we know that that's usually not what's happening, right? And then we have the brother Teddy. Oh no, he's their cousin Teddy, who is continues to make smile graciously in polite conversation with the man who dumped him, even though his heart is breaking inside. But over the course of 3 months, things start to change, and the Sullivans decide to face the music. They leave the band, they divorce the husband, and they follow their hearts, and things change. So I think it's going to be, this sounds like a lovely summer read. Again, there are so many books that I want to read by the pool that I don't have. I don't have a pool, but I have lots of books I would love to read by the pool. And Marrying the Ketchups by Jennifer Close is one of them, out now from Vintage in paperback. Get your hands on it. So the next book I'm going to tell you about is actually an Italian classic that Pantheon is reissuing this year, sort of a definitive edition, and that's The Leopard by Giuseppe de Lampedusa, and I think I said that horribly wrong. My Italian is terrible. All I know about this book is that it's set in the 1860s, and it's sort of the tale of a dying Sicilian aristocrat who is threatened by the approach of democracy and the upcoming revolution. That's all I really know about it. There was a book that was written, and I can't remember the name of it, so you will forgive me, but there just was a book came out a couple of years ago that was about the writing of this book. And sort of, because the author, Giuseppe, he wrote this book, he sort of had it in his mind for years and years, but he didn't write it till his 50s. It didn't get published in his lifetime. When he died, it was said to be unpublishable, and now it's considered an Italian classic. So I think that is. So I will say, so this is The Leopard by Giuseppe de Lampedusa, and again, I need to tell you who it's translated from, because it's translated from the Italian, by Archibald Colquhoun. And I'm sorry, Archibald, I am saying your name wrong. But this is out from Pantheon. I have this one. I actually bought like a vintage edition of this book when I got that. Oh gosh, I really wish I can remember the name of that book, y'all. I'm really sorry about that. But I got that one. It's a beautiful cover as well. And I was like, I'm going to read them together. And then I never did. And now I have this one, and now I need to. So you should get your hands on it. My friend Sarah read The Leopard and told me it was freaking tastic. I think before she went to Italy, and of course she's really smart, so she put it all together, and she's wonderful. So yeah, do that. And then last but not least is Therese and Fowler's It All Comes Down to This. This is out from St. Martin Griffin. What's the name of y'all? You're gonna have to help me out. There is a novel of Zelda Fitzgerald is the other Teresa Ann Fowler book that I have read. So this is a family story. Gosh, I am on a family story kick on my channel. I've talked a lot about books that are family stories. But we have 3 sisters. We have Beck, Claire, and Sophie. So Beck is a freelance journalist. Her marriage is on the rocks. She's been sort of expecting or suspecting that her husband has secrets. Claire is a pediatric cardiologist. However, everything seems to be bright, but her heart is sort of broken. And then you have Sophie, who's the youngest, who has like this Instagram ready lifestyle is what they describe it as. But like financially is a house of cards. It can fall apart at any moment. They are brought back together, and Marty, I believe, I don't know if Marty is the mother or someone passes and there's a will. Goodness gracious, my brain is not working today. Sorry. Someone passes, there's a will, and there's this house in this family house in Maine that's going to be sold, and the proceeds are going to be split between the 3 sisters. And they have this buyer, this person ready to buy it, but he is an ex-con and has some history with one of the 3 sisters. And then it just says, choices, consequences, family secrets, all that kind of stuff, all that good type of stuff. this is another book I need to be reading by the pool, y'all. That's Therese and Fowler's It Comes All Down to This, out from St. Martin's Griffin. And you should also read the Zelda book, too, which is Fitzgerald's wife, right? Hopefully that was right. I think I'm right. Right? So this is a small stack of paperback ready books that you can get your hands on as we speak. Because, you know, paperbacks are sometimes easier to take to the pool or to the beach or to the park or to enjoy in the sunshine. And we get back to those books we always meant to read. So I hope meant to read. As always, if you're a return subscriber, I could not do this without you. I hope I added a paperback or two to your TBR. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much. I hope you hit click, subscribe, bell, all that kind of stuff. As always, I encourage you to read globally, shop locally, and until next time, I wish you happy reading. Bye, everybody.